I'm Jordan at Now Novel, and this is a brief guide on how to write story hooks that grab readers' attention. So what is a hook? It's a lure, a lead-in that is too tantalizing to resist. It's the part at the beginning of your story or story pitch that rouses curiosity, in a similar way to a blurb on a novel's back cover. The hook is an opening statement, image, situation, or idea that makes your reader ask questions, drawing them closer, like fish to a lure. That's where the analogy ends, though, because a story hook is not a bait and switch. Readers are smart. You have to deliver on your hook's promise for your reader not to feel duped or head for more interesting waters. So how can you do that? Keep watching to find out. First, what does a good story hook do? It creates a sense of urgency, the need for the story to be told. It invites your reader on a journey or change process. Your hook convinces your reader that this story, your story, is worth their time. It's sharp enough in clarity to catch a reader's attention, and colorful enough, like a lure, to keep your reader invested in finding out what happens next. It sells what makes your story interesting, novel, or unique. When submitting a story to agents or editors, you have limited space to let them know why they should continue. The best story hooks leave them little choice but to do so. Second, how do you create interest fast? By prompting emotive, unanswered questions. For example, who is the man waiting for at the checkpoint? Why is he anxious? John le Carré's espionage thriller openings typify effective hooks. Here's the opening to The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, where a secret agent awaits an informant. The American handed Leomas another cup of coffee and said, "Why don't you go back and sleep? We can ring you if he shows up." Leomas said nothing, just stared through the window of the checkpoint along the empty street. Le Carré creates immediate tension and intrigue in the image of a man watching a border checkpoint with grave concern, too preoccupied to speak. Thirdly, front-load actions and choices that have stakes or consequences or imply future conflict. If your story starts with your character having a bland oatmeal breakfast, it might say something basic about them. But is that the most interesting thing about them at this moment in time? What scene or concise summary narration could reveal fuller context for the story about to unfold? In writing your hook, avoid navel-gazing and obscure abstraction. Aim for precision and specificity of place, situation, voice, image. Create curiosity, especially at the start. Also avoid a lot of telling and backstory. What is the watershed moment or decisive action where things change? If your story needs a lot of world-building explanation, consider a prologue your reader has the choice to skip. When writing a hook, also avoid showing your character's ordinary world in a way that is bland or characterless. What interactions with others or scenarios may suggest their personality? What makes him interesting from the start? Remember what makes a good story: change, dramatic tension, the deep-seated desire to find out what happens. We might not know what the stakes are yet in the example from Le Carré's spy novel. Yet the tone and the mood and the scenario of a secret agent waiting for a man at a checkpoint who is shortly gunned down grabs attention. American author and English professor Annie Dillard wrote, "Put all your deaths, accidents, and diseases up front, at the beginning." Fourth, introduce striking voices. Margaret Atwood begins Alias Grace with a woman summarizing the history of her imprisonment. It's 1851. I'll be 24 years old next birthday. I've been shut up in here since the age of 16. I am a model prisoner and give no trouble. Here backstory is concise, and the first-person narration gives an immediate sense of voice and persona, a quiet sense of timekeeping, apt for an imprisoned narrator. Fifth, a good story hook may give a glimpse of a world, era, or place, a place we want to learn more about. V.E. Schwab begins The Secret Life of Addie LaRue, a major commercial success in the fantasy and historical romance genres, with a precise sense of place and a tense situation unfolding within it. Vion-sur-Sarthe, France, July 29, 1714. A girl is running for her life. The summer air burns at her back, but there are no torches, no angry mobs. only the distant lanterns of the wedding party, the reddish glow of the sun as it breaks against the horizon, cracks and spills across the hills. And the girl runs, skirts tangling in the grass as she surges towards the woods, trying to beat the dying light. So hooks promise conflict, answers, adventures, movement, change. How do you deliver on that promise? Ask questions using the 5 W's: who, what, why, where, and when, such as why is the girl running from the wedding party, to develop your plot or central idea. Subscribe to be first to know when we share new videos on writing craft and storytelling. Thanks for watching.